Last time we talked about first protagonists from the Assassin's Creed franchise ranked. They were not bad in the sense they were not able to do anything of value for their faction, but out of every mainline Assassin's Creed game, those protagonists were the least valuable because this list has people who did not just save their country, but revolutionize the way the assassins and the Templars had to change with the times. Just like last time. Spoilers ahead for the Assassin's Creed games, all of them, because I don't want to spoil what I'm going to talk about by saying the games I'm going to talk about. Let's start with the worst of the best. Shay. No, this is not an excuse just to talk about him again. I did state faction and not the Brotherhood. What Shay did for the Brotherhood was massive. Even though he was not a part of it, after you know what happened, he still changed the Brotherhood, especially in the colonies. He made the assassins in the colonies go back to themselves. He drove them all out because they had lost their way, because Achilles had lost himself, and no one could stand up against him. This is what happens to Shay. So then he joins the Templars to make sure the Assassin's Brotherhood did not take any more innocent lives. He single-handedly took out the assassins when they had the colonies by its fault. The assassins were not quite literally on every street, but he wiped out everyone except for Achilles. Because what is a king without its army? Nothing. No one. No. So that would have been a salvation for Achilles. He lost everything, not once, but twice. And with this, she would make the assassins and the colonies learn why they have the three tenets. This lesson Achilles got, he did something different with the next young boy who came to him for guidance. This young boy would later be called Colonel Kenway. What Colonel did for the Brotherhood in his faction is way bigger than what Shay did. For the saying goes, it is harder to build something back up than it is to destroy something. End quote. He single-handedly, with just the help of a few rebels, was able to turn back the tides against the Templars. Connor trained his whole life to get the Templars out of the colonies. He drove every Templar out. He helped George Washington fight for the independence of the British Army. He built the Assassin's Brotherhood back up. He made sure that the mistakes made by Achilles in the past would never haunt him again. He asked questions where he found Achilles' ways were not right. And this time, Achilles listened. And in the end, the colonies became America, independent and free. But what our next protagonist did was not just as big, if not bigger. Ezio. What Ezio did is what Corno did for the Brotherhood, but in Italy. But Italy was not just developing out of nothing or out of a state of not having good communication with the rest of the world. But what Italy had was a renaissance. They had a revolution of technology. Ezio beat every Templar not just at once, but he did it again when they came for revenge. Yes, in AC Brotherhood, the skill was a lot lower than AC2, but this just means that more Templars were able to occupy the same set of space. This made every victory count even more. After this, Ezio found the Codex of Altair, and with this Codex, they got the first recorded sign of the Hidden Blade, not just taking a finger after also symbolizing that Ezio was not giving his life for the Brotherhood. But this was also the first time that someone used a double Hidden Blade. This is a practice that would be used up until the modern era. But the use of the blades was not just the use of just blades was not stealthy enough. Ezio also did not just train the Brotherhood in Italy, but also in another continent, in Constantinople. He taught his lessons to the Brotherhood there, and he trained the next generation of assassins there too. He then learned Altair's most important lesson. Don't give your life to your work. Live the life you made possible. And he did just that. Now let's talk about who gave Ezio these lessons. Altair. Altair is the first assassin we get to play as. The one who made the series become what it is at its peak. The youngest master assassin in recorded history. The mentor who served the Brotherhood his whole life. The one who made the revolution that Ezio would use would use to train the Brotherhood. The one who made the hidden gun, the poison blade. And then, for its time, he made new tactics of assassinations that would change the Brotherhood forever. The one who went up against the one who went up against an Isu artifact was able to tell the tale. The one who usurped the Brotherhood twice to put it back in its righteous course. Honestly, I can talk about him for a long time, but we need to move on. The one who made Altair's journey even happen, because without Bayek, there would be no Brotherhood. Bayek, the first assassin, the one who started it all his life he swore to protect the people of Siwa, his hometown. All his life he did just that, learning from his father's teachings, the leap of faith, succeeding him, and then one night the Order of Ancient attacked the village for its Isu temple. They took from him his reason to fight, his child. This made him swear to take revenge, and all he ever did was just that. Take revenge, and the moment he caught his first target, the rest soon followed. Then he set up the assassin, and he was the first one to lose a finger because of the hidden blade. Was the first assassin. Yeah, the principle of fighting for freedom is still there if it was not for the assassins, but it is just not just in the way Bayek was taught. The next one is Cassandra. Look, I know no assassin but faction, remember? Cassandra fought for humanity to make sure that the corruptions she experienced would not happen to anyone. She literally did what she did for millennia, getting better and better over time. It was literally half Isu. Pythagoras was an Isu, remember? He was a demigod who spent millennia hunting down Isu artifacts. And remember, the sword of for the Isu, the sword of Eden is just a sword. Like how Bayek uses a steel sword, or Cassandra does. Here's probably why there are so few Isu artifacts. They actually did not just stop the order, but there will always be someone who wants to take control. They will just have a different name. Like Otayer lived for 92 years and he accomplished that 3 times to take the order back and drive the Templars out. And he gave his life for the Brotherhood in the end. Cassandra is canonically at least 2,476 years old at her time of death. Altair 92, remember? And the average lifespan for that time of Altair's was just 25. And Edwards, a couple hundred years later, it was maximum 30. To the math, Cassandra's time of death, Cassandra's age divided by Altair's age, and you got 26.91 something. So Cassandra spent 26 times more on taking out evil artifacts. I can only imagine the damage he caused, but we can't calculate it. That's what I want to do another. That's it for this time though. Subscribe if you like this video. Like to help me directly reach more people. And just thanks for watching.